Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1972 Smith Corona Sterling vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in the USA. And this was the golden era of the Smith Corona typewriter franchise. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen. And this is the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0 and the right one around 75. And this is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers. Let's set that one a little bit further out. There we go. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, gets you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch back 1 notch. It skips 2. 1 more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon when you have it in the middle. Sometimes hard to get to. It doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves the stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. One of my favorites, just because it's so fun and easy to type on, very reliable. Print always looks really good on these. It's a no-nonsense machine. The Smith Corona Sterling. This one is more modern, but they had Sterlings that they made back in the 30s, and it's a very classic typewriter. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. Flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the left side, very good. Touch control to the left of that, low, medium, and high. The higher you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. You do have to hit the keys harder when it's on high, but they respond faster, so you just want to play with that to gauge what your preference is as far as touch control goes. This has a tab set on the keyboard. Right now we have tab set at 10 space intervals, so I'm just going to go through and clear each one of those by hitting the clear button, the CL button right next to the tab. After I reach each one of those. So now we don't have any, but I always like to set one somewhere in the middle. So we'll test that. They're all clear. I always like to set one somewhere in the middle, so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. By hitting the set button, and you can set as many tabs as you want on this model. Very good. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It does allow you to get past that and go all the way to the end. Very good. We're going to put that color back to black. Hood slides to the front, very smooth. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling clockwise to the right if you want to switch that direction. There's a little lever behind the left spool. You flip that down, it'll pull to the left. Flip it up, it pulls to the right. And this does have a automatic reverse. When your ribbon gets to the end, it'll pull on this. If it has an eyelid at the end, which is the little metal piece, it'll pull that, and as you're typing, it reverses it back to that side. Same concept with the side. If you pull it, if it gets pulled and you type, it'll pull to that side. And if you don't have eyelets at the end of your ribbon, you can tie a knot, and that usually works. Carriage release on both sides. This is the one design flaw that a lot of people agree with. It's a very convenient, good leverage carriage release, but it's made out of hard plastic. And now that they're so old, these things break off all the time. So if you need a replacement, check my shop. I do sell these 3D printed just replicas of these that are actually probably more secure and durable than these ones. These are the originals on this one, but I have those in white and cream. This is your carriage lock. If you lift this right where my thumb is, if you lift that up, it releases the carriage and locks it in the middle. So when you have it in a case, it protects the internal components. To release that, just move the carriage slightly to the right. Carriage release on the left as well. That's one of these two originals survived somehow over the years. And if you push the button in at the end of the left knob, it disables the spacing, so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space, and the same concept with this lever on the inside here. You flip that down, it disables the spacing. You flip it up, you get the clicks. And the page gauge on the inside of the left side of the platen, you want to load the page below 11. Right there, there's a notch. And as you're feeding it through, it'll start to warn you on the left side that you're getting close to the end of the bottom of the page. And that's 1 inch left on there on the left side. And then that's the end of the page. And one thing that I usually forget to do is, I'm not going to be able to get that exact line on this, but I'm going to draw a line right underneath one of these. So if your typewriter has a, this is the card guide. If it has one of these with a hole in it, then you can just put a pin in there and hit the carriage release. I'm not sure if I can get a good camera angle on this. You hit the carriage release, and it draws a straight line like that. Oops. So I just accidentally hit the, but anyway, that's what that does. Nice straight lines without having to use the underscore, which usually looks really segmented. So if your typewriter has one of those holes, that's how you use that. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.